In my previous videos, I have taught you about nation building. Now I'm going to teach you about environment protection movements. So first we have to know what is an environment and what is environment protection movement. What is the need for the environment protection movements? Okay? Environment includes water, air, land, and the interrelationships which exist among and between water, air, and land, and human beings, other living creatures, plants, microorganisms, and property. Okay? Environment includes water, air, land, and the interrelationships which exist among and between water, air, and land, and human beings, other living creatures, plants, microorganisms, and property. Okay? For many reasons, the environment is being threatened. It is widely accepted that the challenges posed by the environment degradation, pollution, resources scarcity, and pollution exploitation cannot be handled by one individual country. It has therefore become a global concern. Okay, so environment is the surrounding which we have, and for many kinds of causes the environment is being polluted because of the vehicle emissions, because of industrialization, because of the wastes we throw here and there, the garbages, the plastic pollution. Because of various causes environment is being polluted, and the environment, the nature is being threatened. Okay, land degradation, soil erosion, water contamination, air pollution, global warming, ozone depletion, etc., have become major environmental issues before the world. Okay, the United Nations Conference on Human Environment 1972 was the first organized worldwide common effort to derive a common outlook on environmental issues. This is known as Stockholm Conference. Okay, the United Nations in 1972 organized a first common effort which is called Human Environment, or otherwise called Stockholm Conference. Okay, this was the first worldwide concerned conference for the environmental issues. Okay, the World Commission on Environment and Development in its report entitled Our Common Future, which is also known as Brundtland Report, has laid down the goals of environmental preservation and economic development and used in the concept of sustainable development. Okay, the World Commission on Environment and Development in its report entitled Our Common Future, which is otherwise known as Brundtland Report. Okay, in this report, okay, what the World Commission reported in this report, the World Commission has set some goals for the preservation of environment and economic development, and ushered in the concept of sustainable development. What is a sustainable development? That kind of development which doesn't harm the environment and the nature, and develops our lifestyle, our living, the growth in industrialization, and so on. This is called sustainable development. Okay, so the World Commission on Environment said a very concerned report, made a very concerned report on environment, which was called Brundtland Report. Okay, so environment protection movements in India. In my the previous paragraph, we have learned about the environment protection concerns worldwide. Okay, So now this is environment protection movement in India. India being a developing country has undertaken a lot many development projects. Okay, we have also pursued the policies for rapid industrialization and urbanization. Okay, in the process of economic development, environment is sacrificed to a great extent. The manufacturing industries, the increase of vehicles, waste generations, and mining and use of fertilizers have become a major source of environmental pollution in India. Okay, India is a developing country, so we also pursued the policies for rapid industrialization and urbanization. Okay, for industrializing and urbanizing our country, many industries and development works are going on everywhere in the country. And in the process of economic development, environment is sacrificed to a great extent. We are harming the environment in a very great extent. How? The manufacturing industries, the increase of vehicles, waste generations, and mining and use of fertilizers have become major sources of environmental pollution in India. So these are the main sources of environmental pollution: the manufacturing industries, vehicle, the waste of vehicle, the mining, the use of fertilizers in our lands are the major sources. The industries release toxic effluents which pollute air and contaminate waters. Industries become the biggest polluter, which increase in cities and town numbers. The of vehicles has grown up. With increase in cities and town numbers of vehicles has grown up. The vehicular emission cause air pollution and cause disease. The growth in human population and change in lifestyle lead to generations of wastes. The municipal solid wastes include dust, ashes, refuse, and rubbish wastes from marketplaces, etc. The disposal solid wastes has become a big problem, and this wastes become a source of pollution. We have many nice mining areas. The open cast mining is the major component of mining operations. So the industries release toxic effluents. The toxic effluents not only pollutes air but also it contaminates the water, because the toxic effluents and the industrial wastes are not only released in open air but also it is released in the nearby rivers. Okay, now with the increasing number of cities and towns, it is very clear that the number of vehicles are also increasing and blasting. Okay, so the vehicular emission also a big polluter. Okay, because it causes air pollution and it causes also many disease related to respiratory system. The growth in human population and the change in lifestyle lead to generation of waste. So these are the mere problems. The main problem is here the growth in human population. Okay, it and change in lifestyle. You can see that the lifestyle of our people has changed in 2 or 3 previous decades. A large amount of changes have been occurred in our society that lead to generation of waste that is also a polluter. The municipal solid waste include dust, ashes, refuse, rubbish, wastes from marketplaces, etc. These are the wastes by the human population growth and change in lifestyle. Okay, the disposal solid wastes has become a big problem, and this waste become a source of pollution. Okay, we have many rich mining areas. Now this is about mining areas. The open cast mining is a major component of mining operations in India. The operation leads to environmental problems like land degradation, pollutions of surface and groundwater, air pollution, and deforestation. The open air mining causes many type of harm to the nature and to the environment. Okay, what are those problems? What are those harms? First is land degradation. By the open air mining, the land is being degraded. Okay, groundwater pollution, air pollution, and deforestation. So you can see these harms are causing more harms. How? Land degradation, pollution of surface. By this, the nearby cultivatory agricultural lands, the agricultural process is being harmed by this cause. And by groundwater pollution, we are getting contaminated water, and this is causing various kind of diseases in our society. Okay, air pollution, as you know that it is a very harmful thing. By this we are inhaling harmful gases with oxygen, and our respiratory system is being harmed, and many diseases are capturing our body. Deforestation. By deforestation, first is the amount of oxygen we get from the forest is being decreased, and second, it is smashing the population of wildlife. Use of plastics, pesticides, and fertilizers has also led to environmental pollution. Even though these have helped us in meeting the challenges of fighting food scarcity, their use has affected the physical property of soil and led to surface water contamination and reduced the nutrient quality of plants. All these features cause environmental hazards. Okay, then what? Pesticides and fertilizers. Okay, pesticides and fertilizers are used to increase the amount of harvest, the amount of food we get from the crops, from veggies, etc. Okay, so these are harming the physical property of soil in a long term effect. Okay, and it is leading towards surface water contamination and reducing the nutrient quality of plants. You cannot observe the harmfulness of pesticides and fertilizers with short term. You have to observe the effect of fertilizers and pesticides in a long term, and in a long term basis it is harming very much to our soil, our surface water, which is helpful in while growing the crops, the vegetables, and the nutrient quality of the plants. All these features cause environmental hazards. Okay, India, being civilized country, is fully aware of the adverse and impact of environmental hazards. Protection of environment has become a primary objective. A country-wide environmental consciousness has grown among the people in recent years. People have realized that we shall perish unless we protect our environment. Okay, so these are the main causes of environmental pollutions in India. First is we have to recall all. Okay, First is manufacturing industries. Second is uh, second is vehicular pollution. Third is pollution by the growth of human population. Okay, this is third. Fourth is open cast mining areas. Fifth is pesticides and fertilizers. So I think you all are well understood what I taught you, and if any doubt arises in your mind, then comment me below, and if you like the video, then like, share my videos and subscribe my channel in large number to increase my reach. Thank you for watching my video.